Hello, my beautiful people. How are you? Okie dokie. I am setting it up so that I can see comments on Facebook. Let me know when you can see and hear me. Let me know when you're live. Drop a comment, drop a heart. We are going to get all of this set up. I am super excited for today. You guys, this is really good. So, say hello, drop some comments. Let me know if you can see and hear me. I'm going to give it a couple of seconds. Courtney's got 20 minutes. That is perfect. I love it. Whatever you don't catch in 20 minutes, you can totally watch the replay, but trust, that's our program, that the 20 minutes you do get is exactly what you need to hear in this moment. So, yay, hashtag live. I am just getting this set up so I don't bust our screen. How was module 1 from you guys? Were you able to catch the replay? Did you do the frequency session? So I know Sierra shared that she had like a really awesome breakthrough during the frequency immersion that is posted at the top of the group. Yay, Krista's live. Hello. Remember, this frequency session is used for compounded results, which means, listen to it, I recommend a minimum of 21 days in a row. So the easiest way to do that is to do it every night before you go to sleep. You already know I'll come back for the rest. I love that. So it's pinned in the guides section, frequency healing. Do it with headphones on if you want, and do it multiple days in a row. 21 if you really want to up the ante. So we're going to dive into module 2. This is module 2 of the trust program. I am going to share my screen and we're going to get right to it. So remember, for me to be able to cater this to you guys, just interact. Let me know what comes through for you. I can answer questions while we're live. Do not hesitate to ask questions. All right. We are getting into module 2 and we're starting with safety. If you have not caught up on module 1, that's totally fine. You can vibe in right where we are today, and it won't be a big deal. So here we go. Just take a deep breath. Get yourself all centered. Breathe in, breathe out. I have a lot to say. I needed a big drink there. Okay. Safety. So on days 1, we covered worthiness, forgiveness, and acknowledgement. Those were our first 3. We did acknowledgement, forgiveness, and worthiness. Today, we're diving into safety, trust, and source. So this week is the week that I really want us to connect with source and connect with that inner being inside of us. Kate is here. Hello. So for today, we're hopping back into safety. What I want you guys to recognize is, 1, where's your relationship with money today on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. What is your relationship with money looking like today in this moment? And remember, it can change. It may be different than what it was last week. It may be different than what it was this morning. That's totally fine. But in the comments below, how do you feel your money relationship is going today? So let me know. Yay, Sierra's live. Ooh, Courtney's at a 6 and growing. We love to see that. Where else? I would say my money relationship is probably at a 9 today. I had a random $5,000 client pay in full this morning and she tipped. So I was like, okay, money, I see you. Thank you, universe. Megan is growing, but at a 5. We also beat our income from last year this morning. So I am just really settling into, okay, universe, surprise me. Like, let's make the rest of December so magical, blow my mind. That's my vibe. So we've got some 6s, we've got some 5s. I love that you guys say it's growing. So remember, we have to acknowledge where we're at. And this is where safety comes in. Kate's at a 4 to 6 this morning. Good, good. Deep breath. So now that you've tuned into your money, now that you've tuned into where we're at, we're going to get into finding safety with our money, because we cannot grow our money if we don't feel safe with the money we have right now. Ooh, a 7-ish, but I think big things are coming. Guys, this is so good. So I want you to recognize that expansion comes from safety. Chris is at a 6. I'm updating invoices. So happy to see all these payments coming in. Yes, acknowledging where your money is means looking at your accounts, looking at your transactions, looking at your income and your invoices, and showing gratitude for that. So we're all in a really solid place this morning. I love that. And if you're watching on the replay and you're on the lower end, that's okay too. So expansion comes from safety. And what I mean by that is, if you're wanting to grow your bank account, if you're wanting to grow your business, you have to be safe with what you have right now. Does that make sense? Can you imagine trying to get to 50K months if your body feels absolutely queasy with $2,000 months? If you self-sabotage every time you get super close to 10,000, how are you going to achieve that big dream of 20K, 30K, 40K, 50K, 100K months if you can't find safety in where you're at right now? So quantum leaps are so sexy. Like, we know this. We see all of these people posting in the groups like, I just had a $10,000 sale. I just had a 50K month. I just had my third 30K month in a row after I'd had $1,000 months. You know what I mean? So this idea of quantum leaping, it feels so sexy. It feels so desirable. It feels so, oh, I wish I was doing that. But here is the backside that nobody wants to share. Quantum leaps are sexy, but they're not sustainable if we don't feel safe. If we don't feel safe in that number, in that money, in that bank account that has all of this wealth. So what I want you to do in the comments, close your eyes for like 5 seconds, your dream income, the monthly income that would just absolutely blow your mind. Every single month you hit this number or beyond. What is your dream income right now? That would just like blow your mind. You know, it's the magic of source. You know, it's from this mind-blowing trust. What is that number for you? And then put mine in the comments. So right now mine is 100K months. Like 100K months would just blow my mind. What is it for you guys? What is your dream? And I'm talking monthly income. So every month you hit this number, what would blow your mind consistently? Megan's 50K. I love it. What else we've got? 100K, 50,000. What's the number that would just like, holy shit, blow your mind? You can't even believe it. It's so insane right now. 25K, 50K months, because it means my business did 100,000. Love it. Love it. So once you've acknowledged your dream income, Chris's is 100,000. Now I want you to answer this in the comments. Does that feel safe right now? Would you feel safe if from now until December 31st, so the end of the month, you would receive enough money, enough income to hit that magical number? So if you were to receive, the remaining 47,000 to hit 50K or whatever, would that feel safe in your body? What would your mind say? Would your mind be saying like, of course, duh, of course I did this? Or would your mind be freaking out? Would your ego be saying, oh my gosh, I don't know what's happening. I don't know how this happened. Megan would feel uneasy. Beyond safe at 50K every month. Okay, Courtney, can you feel that? If 50K dropped into your inbox right now, fully, would you say, of course it did? Would there be any thoughts of like, how am I going to make this happen? What if I don't do it next month? Or, yeah, like Megan said, a lot of imposter syndrome. So this is where we want to get really honest with our shadows and ask ourselves, like, where do I not feel safe? Because if we felt safe, if we felt 100% secure, we would be doing it. We would be attracting that. We would be aligning to that and we would be making it happen. So, where is the doubt or where is the frequency of, I'm not there yet? I don't know if I can repeat this. This doesn't feel sustainable. I'd be excited, a little nervous, and ready to do it again. Yes. So, what we want to identify is okay, I have my dream number. I'm diving into the disconnect now. You can kind of feel it out to say, what parts would make me nervous? What are the thoughts? So for example, imposter syndrome. I wouldn't feel like I deserved it, or I wouldn't feel like I could replicate it. Maybe you're thinking, oh my gosh, all of those payments came in this month. I used up all my clients. Where is my next payment going to come in on January 1st? Like if all of this money comes in December, who are going to be my clients in January or February? So the sustainability. So then the question is, how do we create safety with money and in our business? So if this is what we're aligning to, how do we create that? We create that with Source. Okay. We're not meditating yet, but I want you in the comments right now. Do you have a connection with Source? Let me know. Do you have a solid connection with Source? My comments froze. I had to refresh the Facebook screen. Do you have a relationship with Source? Yes or no? Is Source something that is part of your daily life? Or is this a foreign feeling? I feel like I did last session. Yes. Perfect. Now, yes, but some days it feels strained. Yes, I feel like I did. Okay. So, Krista, it's still kind of foreign. That is what I wanted to dive into. So, safety is created by Source. Safety is created by support. Support comes from surrendering into Source. Now, Source can mean a lot of different things for people. It can be God, it can be higher self, it can be the universe, it can be literally yourself, just your higher self, that calm version of you. It can be a god, a goddess. It can be connecting to the sun, connecting to nature, Mother Gaia. Source is different for every single person. And that is not the important part. The important part is finding something that resonates with you. So, ooh, yes, I've been making sure to reconnect daily. I love that. Have you, or are you willing to deepen your connection with Source? This is the next part, because a lot of us can say, like, yes, I know Source in my body. Yes, I know that I can, but sometimes, or maybe you don't, maybe it still feels foreign. We feel a disconnect, or you're really, really good for a bit and then you get out of the habit. You're really, really good with connecting to your higher self, with connecting to Source. And then one day goes by and then the next day, and then your business starts doing really, really good. And we get lazy and we stop our energetics. Or your business starts to fall flat, money starts to fall flat, and you get into the sense of like, it's not even worth it. Nothing's working. Why even bother? Have you guys ever been there where you've either been super, super high and we get lazy with our connection, or super, super low and we're like, why bother? These are two of the traps that our ego loves to throw us in. So in order to connect to these 50K months, these 25K months, you got to have safety. I've gotten lazy with the connections. There it is. So, with the realizations that I fall out of it, I get lazy. This is where you can stop yourself and say, all right, I know that when I do connect to source, I get quantum results and I find safety. So safety is created by the support, and the support comes from surrendering into source. When we release the pressure off ourselves, the pressure of how do I do this? How do I create these 25K months? How do I create this 100K month? How many clients? That's going to take, 10 clients at 5,000 and then a painful $13,000 client. And then I need to book 6 mini sessions. Do you feel how much pressure that is by you trying to figure it out yourself? When you surrender into source, and what I mean by that is you stop trying to figure out the how. You tell yourself, like, okay, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I know that I am part of the universe. I am the universe. Like, I am just an energetic being on this plane, and everything is always working out in my favor. I know that everything is always working out in my favor because the universe is not out to get me. Affirm it in the comments. Let this sink into your bones. Everything is always working out in my favor, even in our weakest moments. And we know this, but we get lazy and we fall out of it. So everything is always working out in our favor so we can surrender. You can relax. You don't have to be so clinchy in your business all the time. You don't have to be like hands gripping, feeling like the weight of the world is on your shoulder. Everything is always working out in my favor. Everything is always working out in my favor. Do you guys feel the lightness in that? So, do you know the phrase, it takes a village? Like raising kids, growing a community, it takes a village. We were made to do this life together with support. It's not up to us to create alone. I want you to think all the way back to like cavemen, people traveling in packs. Oh, I love the hearts. The wolves, tribal nations who would nurture each other's children and nurture each other with their hunting and gathering and like connecting with each other. They're not left alone. All the way back to cavemen, the beginning of time. Okay? The packs were protecting each other. Our business, I want you to think of our business, your own business, as a wolf. We have a pack of wolves protecting us for your business. Source connection. Yeah, go all the way back to the indigenous. And those today, they are the greatest representation of source connection. And through society, through every day, wherever we're at in this moment, we've let that go. We've created this independence swoon of, yeah, I'm going to do it myself. I have to be independent. I have to do this business on me. I don't need help. I'm too strong for that. I'm too strong to ask for help because I'm an independent soul. Have you ever heard like, I'm a boss babe. I'm an independent woman. I don't need your help. You guys, ask for help. Yes. Courtney, I love that. I tap into my ancestral powers a lot. This is exactly what we can do. I heard a quote a while back that's been hardcore resonating. There is no self-made millionaire, only team-made. And in my brain, I related it back to It Takes a Village. I was like, oh shit, I don't have to do it all by myself. You guys, we don't. Even if you're a one-person business and you don't have any employees, you have source connection. You have source. You're connected. This is your team. We're co-creating with the universe. You can release the pressure from yourself and ask for help. It is safe to ask for help. Safety is created by source. Is this landing? Safety comes from support. So in order to feel safe with your money, you have to feel safe in asking for help because money is just a circulation. So tidbit, if you've been in any of my other programs, you know I say this all the time. We're never spending money. We're never letting money go. Spending has a negative connotation. Spending sounds like you're losing it. We're just circulating money. Circulating money because money is just energy and it's always going to come back. So if you say, oh, I'm spending all this money for my business, well, yeah, that sounds sucky. But if you say, you know what, I'm circulating money, I'm buying a new couch, I'm investing in new backdrops, I'm investing in new camera gear, I'm just circulating this money. I'm investing in a mentor to strengthen my business. It's a circulation. You're not spending. This is why I'm looking for a VA because I need help to grow. Yes, making investments. So when you ask for help, you're showing your body, you're showing your nervous system that you can be safe with support. You can be safe in circulating money. And that's how we grow our wealth. That's how we grow our money. And there are situations where you have been burned in the past by employers or whatever. We can come up with any excuses of like, I spent money on ads and it didn't work. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. And normally it comes back to a root cause of we were attracting the wrong type of help because we truly weren't ready to embody the help. There was still a part of us that felt like we were doing a disservice to our business if we asked for help. Or it could have been the fear of success. Comes up a lot too. That if you hired somebody and it didn't work out, you're basically, your ego was proving to you like, see, I told you we can't ask for help. Nobody can do it as good as us. Have you guys ever thought that? Like, I can't hand off my work to a VA because what if they mess it up? Well, if that's what we're thinking about, that's what we're bringing about. We're manifesting 24/7, good things and bad. Oh, I'm glad you guys are loving this. So, what if you release the pressure of, hiring the wrong person or fear of success is my current focus on dealing with? That's a lot of people's, it's huge. When you come back to source connection, you're co-creating. You get to do it with source, not by yourself. And source is already inside of you. And I'm going to get into that here in a minute, but we're going to find your source. So let's really dive into finding your version of source. And if you already know it, that's perfect. We're just going to strengthen that connection right now. So get yourself into a nice, I'm going to say soft. I want you to be in a soft position that you can close your eyes. And you don't need to see my screen. You don't need to see my face on this one. You're just going to listen to the sound of my voice. And I invite you to take a couple of deep breaths in, blow it out. Do a few more deep breaths in, blow it out. And whenever you're ready, I invite you to open yourself up to this source connection. Allow yourself to be completely connected to your inner being. Above your head, there's that golden, warm sunshine. It's that sparkling light all around you. And I want you to ask this light to come into your body. Come into your body and take a moment to set the intention. I am ready to connect with Source. I am ready to connect with Source. And in your mind's eye, you're going to allow yourself to open up to the feeling of source. Ask yourself to bring up a vision of what source is to you. This may look like a person. This could be a sensation. Who is source? This might just be a calm feeling. Who am I co-creating with? Who is this source energy? This might be an ancestor. This might be a spirit. It may feel like God's presence. This could just be universal knowing. It could just be a knowing in your body. Take a few moments to vibrate into this source energy. And it very well could just be a vision of your higher self, of you, knowing that the answers are already within you. So use this time to deepen this connection with source. Become familiar. Deepen into the feeling. Just become aware of the idea that we are co-creating. Allow yourself this feeling of presence, this feeling of support. You are not doing this alone. Your business, your life, attracting money. You're not doing this alone. You're supported. You are here, and you are always protected. Who is this person, this energy, this protection coming from? Who is source to you? Deepen into this knowing of I am always protected. I am always growing. I am always supported. Take a few more deep breaths, connecting with this source energy, connecting with this inner being of you. And then go ahead and bring yourself back into this present moment. And in the comments, who was source for you? And again, it doesn't have to have a name. It could just be a feeling. It could just be a presence, an overwhelming sense of calm. Maybe it was confusion. Maybe this is something that we can dive deeper into, and you can do this again and again. But let me know below, what was your source connection? How did it feel? Were you able to allow yourself enough time to soften and connect? Or did you feel distracted? Was there some resistance connecting to that source energy? Because this will be a big tell in our level of safety, which is how easily we can connect to our version of source. So let me know below. Source was a powerful purple light, but also a part of myself. Oh, that feels good. What did it feel as a feeling? Could you feel it in your body? Could you feel it in your energetic field? Was it easy to connect to, or did it take some effort? I love how everybody's version of source is different. And this gets to be your proof. This gets to be, so many people say, oh, well, like, I don't resonate with God. I don't resonate with, spirit like everybody else does. That's perfect. You're not meant to. You're not meant to resonate with everybody else's version. You have your own source. You are your own universe. So let's connect. If you saw my Instagram post earlier, it said, the universe is your cheat code. Let's use it. Use the cheat code. It's an entire manual with everything that you need to know for your soul's purpose in this lifetime. We just have to be willing to open ourselves up enough and ask for help. So once you've taken some time and you've opened yourself up to this connection, and again, if it didn't work, if it didn't feel good, that's okay. You can do this over and over. Kate says, this one was so different than any of the previous times. I think it was resistance. I kept seeing a whiteboard and a handwriting in black marker, but I also could see a thin glowing column ahead and to the left. Ooh, this is interesting. Was it writing anything specific? I bursted from the heart chakra area, to be honest. It felt calm and wild all at once. I loved it. Calm and wild is such a perfect description of source energy because it keeps you so calm, cool, and collected, but it also pushes you out of your comfort zone. When we are connected to source, that is where quantum leaps happen. That is when we are doing the things that we never could imagine in our ego mind because we trust that everything is always working out in our favor. Everything is always supported. So of course you're going to have this wild energy, this wild buildup of like, I can even believe I'm letting myself go there. But of course I can, because everything is always working out in my favor. So, how can you incorporate source into your business? Here are a few of my favorite tips. There are so many others, but this is a great way of really diving in a good way to practice. The lines of the letters looked clean and clear, but not any specific words. Ooh, this will be interesting. When you think of source from now on, you can bring up that vision of the whiteboard and ask, okay, source, like, what do I need to know today? And see what words come through. That's actually a beautiful representation and such a great way to get answers for yourself. So, what I invite you to do, if you want to strengthen this connection with source, whether you're really deep into your source journey or this is something that you're still uncovering, you're still developing, is create a list of daily actionables that you can do to strengthen your connection. So, we're going to do this in the comments. So, something that you can do each day is meditate, super easy, just like we did right here. Now, there is this like societal blanket of like meditations, you have to be in this candlelit, warm, ambient, music playing, alone time room for meditation for like 45 minutes. No, a meditation could be a 60 seconds of quieting your mind and just slowing down for 1 minute of intentionally connecting to source like that, just like we did a couple of minutes ago. A 5-minute reset each morning, just inviting source into your heart. So you could literally sit for 5 minutes and set the intention. Before I start my day, source, I'm inviting you to guide me. I am open to whatever inspiration you have. I want you to help lead the way. Just physically setting the intention that I want you to help lead the way. Another great way that you can connect to source into your business every single day is connection. You can do a journal prompt. You can do a verbal riff. So on the voice message on your phone, you could just state your desires. So, hello, source. Good morning. I'm so grateful to be alive. I'm so grateful to wake up. I'm desiring $5,000 in my business today. I would love to have lots of moments of laughter and joy. I would love to, have more time for my new hobby or my new passion. It's literally just stating your desires out loud and asking source for help. Another really great connection tool is visualizing. So closing your eyes, or I like doing this in like a daydream state, having your eyes open while you're driving, while you're walking on the treadmill, while you're cleaning the studio, and just imagining how good it's going to feel when you hit that dream income. And imagining source, that purple glowing light, coming in and taking your hand and showing you the way. So what I want you guys to do in the comments, drop some ideas, and they can be off the screen, they can be what I talk about, but what are actionable items that resonate with you that you can bring into your daily life to help keep you connected and to help you reconnect source into your business? Another great way is time dedication. So carving out time every single day. You can start so small. It could be 5 minutes. So just setting the timer for 5 minutes to write to source, to ask source for help, to reconnect. You can do this as many times as you want. So maybe you start the day connected and then halfway through, like shit starts to hit the fan and you get disconnected. Reconnect, dedicate 3 minutes. So in the comments, what are some ideas? What are some things that resonate with you that you can do to start connecting source into your business? It gets to be easy. This does not have to be some long, drawn out process. You want this to become so routine that it's part of your everyday life without even thinking of it. When things start to feel overwhelmed, you automatically drop into your heart space with some intentional breaths and you ask source for help. You trust that everything is always working out in your favor. And if it feels intimidating, this just comes with practice. It comes down to compounded consistency, doing this over and over and over again until it's as easy as taking a photo. So let me know, what are some of your ideas for daily actionables on source connection? Maybe it's going for a walk in nature. Maybe it's being able to like ground into Mother Gaia and just connect with our elements. Maybe it's putting on your favorite song and just dancing around your house to move the energy. So moving your energy is a great way to connect to source because you're clearing out all of the stagnant. Maybe it's shaking. If you shake or if you tap, that's a great way to connect into your source energy. So let's transition. As you're moving into these daily actionables and as you're thinking about these, we're moving into trust, which is one of my favorite pillars of healing our relationship with money, which of course is why we're doing this. So trust, we started with safety today. So in order for us to feel safe, we have to allow ourselves to be supported by this divine energy. We have to allow ourselves to co-create. So I know your question is going to be, okay, but how can we trust source? I'll do it aligned with my morning tappings. Ooh, love that. Tapping is so good. So how can we trust source? Number one, proof yourself. If you don't know what proof yourself is, there's an entire masterclass in here, in behind the scenes, on proofing yourself. Proofing yourself is a modality that I use that basically is proving to yourself that you can do something. So you're going to prove to yourself that source is already working in your favor, that you're already connected to source, whether you believe it or not. So how can we do this? You're going to document all of the magic moments, all of the times where life has been so good that it literally feels like bliss and magic, where you have no explanation for why things feel so freaking great at any point in your time that it has to be magic. It has to be source. You're going to recognize all of these coincidences. So, what are some coincidences that you thought were just coincidence? There are no coincidences. Everything is divine timing. When is a time in your life where you've had unexpected money? So maybe a client upgrades after she says, or after they have said, I have a really strict budget. My budget is only $1,000. And then they spend $4,000. In the comments, what are some ways that you can prove to yourself that you can trust source? Because source is already inside of you. So have you ever resonated with somebody's conversation and been like, whoa, like I knew I needed to friend request this person, but I didn't know why. And now everything they're saying is lining up. Or, yeah, this client was like my soulmate client. They came out of nowhere. They were so easy to work with. Like in my moment of desperation where I felt like my business wasn't happening, a soulmate client walked through the doors. That's not a coincidence. If you take the time to look at all of the ways, all of these magic moments, all of these unexpected upgrades, all of these moments of bliss and heart connection, this is source. This is why you can trust, because it's already happening. Every time that you experience something that doesn't make sense logically, but you trust it because it's good and it's happening, that is source energy. That is you connected to the divine. Does this make sense? So I would love for you to create a trust list of reasons why you can trust source today and post them in the group. Like take some time to really vibe into this. That could be your journal prompt for today is, how can I trust source? Well, I can trust source because of all of these reasons why source is already showing up in my life. So imagine if you connected to this universal energy intentionally 10 times more than what you're doing now. If these things are already happening without our effort or with minimal effort, imagine how good it can get when we actively make this a part of our day and when we actively ask for help. This feels so good. So this brings us to co-creation, which is one of my favorites. Co-creating with the universe, co-creating with source, allowing yourself to be supported in this beautiful co-creation. You're never actually doing this alone. It's not all on your shoulders. So the reason that you can trust that money is always circulating back to you, that money is always going to be showing up in your business, is because it's not your job to figure out the how. The universe has your back. Source is protecting you. You are always supported by source. And source is not out to get you. Source's job is not to be mean and rip things away from you. Source is only here to brighten and enhance your life. And does that mean it's going to teach you some lessons? Probably. But if you open yourself back up and you do the daily practices and you allow yourself to be supported, it gets to be so much easier. We literally have every fiber of the universe at our fingertips. Can you vibe into that? You have every fiber of the universe right here within your reach, at your fingertips. Breathe into that. Like, doesn't that make all of our worries feel really small when we zoom out? When you zoom out and realize that, like, yeah, maybe this is a weird concept to wrap your mind around, but you are energy. You are universal energy. Source is within you. You are the universe. You have all of the power within your reach. And the reason we experience ebbs in business and the reason we experience hard moments and hard times is because we get stuck in our human. We get stuck in resistance. We get stuck in our ego, and our ego is not a bad thing. Our ego is a really beautiful side of us, but it just needs some calm and nourishing energy that says, sit the heck down. So, doesn't that release some pressure when we can just relax into we are co creating? And if it feels tight, if it feels sticky right now, practice. Practice co creating with the universe and allow yourself to go there. Allow yourself to feel so supported. And one of the best ways is okay, imagine your root chakra, a red, nourishing light going from the center of the universe all the way up into your root chakra. It's a red channel. This is Mother Gaia. Let her mother you. Let her hold you. Allow yourself to be mothered. You are supported. You are being held. You're being held through the crown chakra, through this universal energy. You're being grounded and supported through Mother Gaia, through earth energy in your root chakra. So from the top and the bottom, you are held on all levels, soul, physical. It's not up to you to do it on your own. Not me holding my lip randomly as you say it's at your fingertips. Yes, exactly. Like, it is right here, right here. All you have to do is ask for help. So many times we get stuck in the overwhelm, and the fear doesn't allow ourselves to actually co create with the divine because we forget to ask. And I want you to be honest with yourself. Like, when is that last time you actually asked for help from the universe, from source? And I'm not saying like throwing out another flash sale, throwing out another model call, saying nothing's not working. But when you physically surrendered for 5 minutes, just meditate and say, okay, nothing I'm doing is working. Please help me. When you're on your knees and you're in the fetal position and you're just like, how? I don't know how, but I'm going to ask for help. That is when that divine co creation comes in. And the trick is, you don't have to allow yourself to hit rock bottom to get to that point of support, to get to that level of trust. With compounded consistency, with connecting to source every day, you don't have to let yourself fall all the way to the bottom of the canyon. You can just be supported in your daily business, in your daily life, and it gets to be so much easier. Is this landing? Is this making sense? Hopefully, it gives us a little perspective on zooming out and recognizing that when we can trust. So when we trust and surrender into source, that's when the abundance river opens its floodgates. We stop obsessing over the how and we just accept that it is. We don't have to figure out the how because we know that it is. Our desires are our destiny. Money is just energy. We're supported by the divine co-creation of source. So of course it has to come through. Of course, I'm not going to sit here and doubt my success or fear my success because I know that I am already connected to the divine and everything is already working out in my favor and I can trust. And the reason that I can trust is because I have evidence. I have physical proof of how it's already working out for me. And I can calm my brain down with that physical proof. When we trust and connect, we open up our channel for more of the inspired actions and ideas to come through. Okay, so when we open ourselves up, you're just allowing those inspired ideas to come in easier. You're allowing those inspired ideas to come in with grace. So, this image was the girl who came on this Canva stock file. But I thought it was really appropriate because look at how much confidence and ease she's radiating. Like the outfit, the pose, the look on her face is just like, of course, everything's working out in my favor. Of course, I have no stress. right now. I have no fear. So I left her instead of changing it because I was like, oh, this is good. We're never not connected to source. I want you to realize that. We're never not connected. It's just how much are we blocking ourselves by living in this 3D human experience? So instead of saying, like, I don't know how to connect to source, I don't know how to trust source, you're already connected. It's just how deep do you want to trust? How good do you want it to get? It's just how much we're willing to receive the support. So once you get into the receiving mode of allowing yourself to be supported, allowing yourself to ask for help, allowing yourself to receive divine ideas, that's when you get into the receiving mode for money. Do you feel how this is interconnected? You trust source to guide you through life. You don't have to worry about figuring out your next big idea because you know it's going to come in through an inspired action because you've cleared your channel, you've cleared yourself, and it gets to be easy. That abundance river opens up. That is when you get to feel supported. You get to feel safe. The pressure is not on your shoulders. The pressure is up to the universe. You can release the weight off your shoulders and you can relax into, I'm just here to serve my people. I'm just here to carry out all of my life's missions. It's not my job to figure out the how. It's my job to serve my clients and my business beautifully. And that means connecting to source. That means having trust. That means finding safety in myself so I can deliver these messages. So I can receive this abundance. So I can feel safe with money in order to grow my wealth so that I can have more money, which leads me to do more good things. Do you see the connection? Feel into this. Oh my gosh. My mouth hurts from talking. This was good. My throat chakra is open wide right now. I can feel it coming through. So, safety, source, trust. It's a beautiful trust sandwich. I hope this resonated with you. I hope you're able to lean into source a little more today. Your homework for module 2 is to create your list of daily actionables and create your list of proof that source is already working out in your favor from your entire life. So you can even go back to childhood. I want you to prove to yourself that source is working out in your favor and come up with your list of daily actionables that you can do to help connect source back into your business and post them in the group. I would love to see that. Your frequency immersion, your frequency sessions are posted in the guides. Do that again and again and again for 21 days. So the length of this program. So next week is our Christmas week. There's going to be a different type of training. It's not going to be trust. So you won't have anything for trust. But the following week is when we come back for trust for our third module. And one of the spots for encoded was taken today. So there's 2 spots left. So if you're loving the vibe of this, if you're wanting to deepen your money attraction, if you're wanting to transmute the fear of success, any shadows that could be hindering your success as a soul, as a business, as an entrepreneur, as a creative, Encoded is a 3-week small group coaching program that I'm doing. And it's very hands-on with me. So like in here, you guys get to ask questions in the lives and things like that. For Encoded, you get more one-on-one time with me. It'll actually be 1 to 3. There'll be 3 of you, 1 of me. It's very intimate. I love the intimacy of it. There's 2 spots left. You can do $222 to buy in full, or you can just do a payment plan for $88. Starts January 5th. It's amazing, super fun. So I wanted to let you guys know about that for the Encoded program. If you need the link or you want more details, just let me know. But that's a fun way to vibe into more intimate support with me without jumping into the mastermind or the one-on-one mentorship yet. So I think that's everything that I have. Oh, this feels so good. I invite you guys to go trust today, to really let yourself sink into that source support and to create your list of how is source already supporting you, and do your homework on the actionables that you can take every day to connect your business back to source. So I love you. You guys are amazing. That wraps up module 2. I will see you guys in the group later on. Bye, guys.